Crikey, it's October already. I've been 31 for a month and this has had a fantastic month of use. Smash. Let's see how it got on. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Another episode of this yearly serial of ours, monthly serial every year, vacuum cleaner of the month, and this month I have been rocking out an Electrolux Dolphin and it has actually been fantastic. Obviously now I've got laminate, I need a cylinder, and this has been superb. It really has been very, very good indeed. Start with what got me hands, I'll put it away. The one problem with this floor tool has been that I didn't clean it before I used it. So all inside I think is full of fluff, because if I put the brushes down and then all you got to do is catch it wrong and they spring back up, which I cannot deny has been a slight source of frustration when I've been vacuuming the laminate, caught it on the sofa and suddenly click, up the brushes go, down the base plate goes onto the wood. So we're very quickly just going to have a quick peek at this now. Ooh, if I can get this one screw out. Because all the problem is that, and I have completely forgotten to do anything about it because I'm lazy. So if we just pick all this fluff out, this should improve matters no end. I did keep meaning to do it, but because I just got on with the job and finished it off, I didn't. In fact, I think if we lift that up, yes, there's also lots of fluff under here. Not going to take it fully apart because I've never got on too well with these brush heads and them going back together properly before. So we'll just give this just a very quick, the old 1-2, put this together, and then at least I say done, because I'm probably not going to wash this floor head properly yet. Come on, get in. In fact, I am thinking of selling this, so I'll tell you what, I'll say this now because this is going up very, very soon on not my usual videos. If you would like a very faded but very good Electrolux Dolphin on the cheap, please do let me know. Oh, there we go, that's better. Maybe this is just a thing that these floor heads have. Yeah, that is much better, but obviously that wasn't helping anybody, so yeah. Hey diddly ho. Yeah, a little bit of grubby, but does the job, as were the wands, and that one's got a little crack in it, but it doesn't affect it at all, so I haven't really bothered. What else have we got? Well, we'll take the hose off. The hose has been very hosey. Much more I can say about that, really. And then the machine itself, it really glides well. If I tugged it too hard across the laminate, gone. Really does freewheel very, very well. And it has nicely, the big bumper has protected it well from the furniture. Let's have a quick look at the post filter because this was new. Oh, having the blower has been amazing. Oh, really good. I've blown out behind the radiators, that was messy. I've cleaned motors outside, I've blown all the leaves up the garden. Really, I've had fun with the kids by blowing it in their faces. Oh no, obviously. Yeah, it's been very good. That is not bad. It's only concentrated where the air comes out of the machine. That is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. Very, very good. We lift it up, and you can see how much it's fading just from looking at that tool door. If I take it off, which we'll do anyway, it's annoying. Like I said when I unboxed it, this was quite white. That wasn't as noticeable. It's just faded with the heat, but I don't quite want it to keep it enough to fix it, if that makes sense. I've got so many more Dolphins, I need to start getting rid of them. So if you want a nice retro bike project for next year and have a very good Dolphin out of it, do let me know. Tools wise, well, after a good few goes on the sofa, the litter picker is starting to come off, which they do, because this is, I think I've only got another one of these that actually has them. That one's long gone. Dusting brush is a little bit battered, but isn't actually too bad. We moved the front room around last weekend, and this got a lot of use, and it did an alright job, I have to say. I had to get a Dyson one out just to do the really delicate crap that Amy keeps on the shelf. I'm sure there's many people watching who know what I mean when I say rubbish trinkets, just to tickle the inside of them, but this was good for everything else. Crevice tool did crevicey things very well indeed as well. Now we're on to the HEPA Flow bag, which has been fantastic. So we just need to remove the tape that we put on. Yeah, this has no loss of suction. The suction is still incredibly good on this. It's nowhere near full, I'm not going to lie to you there, because obviously it's quite a big capacity bag. But it does have, if you can see that, I'm not going to do the whole measuring the dirt like Ibasiak does, because A, that's his thing, B, I've never done it before, C, I've got nothing to measure it with, and there's no point in me starting that now. But yeah, that's very good. If Mum's Henry was full, I'd just lob that bag straight in, but it's not, so we shall put the lid over that, and I shall have to put it in the bin. This is why I buy these cheap, because obviously I don't rarely ever fill them. So there's no point in me spending out on expensive, genuine pneumatic bags, is there? And inside here is utterly spotless. I mean, this is the filter. Oh, there was an air freshener in there. That doesn't smell. That's just stain, that, and annoyingly that's the stain from the air freshener. I noticed that was in there, but there's no dust on that at all, because obviously these would have been washed when I first refurbished this machine all those years ago. Yeah, it's pretty flipping good. Obviously this is the bag slide. I don't know, I might have a cheeky Dolphin bag, because I have these from the 4x4, which oh, I don't think you've seen that yet. That's a little spoiler for you, wasn't it? I've got two in at the minute. They're still Dolphin bags, so we shall fit a new paper bag in. Now, which way round does this go? This would go on this way, so I'll put it back to stock as it should have been. There we go, nice genuine bag. I think yeah, there we go, marvellous. Put the tools in. You do lose all the suction when you open up the tool door, as I found out when Charlie managed to work out how to do it. But you can open it with the machine on. It does let you lift the lid up quite easily, grab a tool, and then drop it back down. So that's quite good. Whether that's intentional or not, not entirely sure. But yeah, it has. I can see why these were so popular. It is just, I mean, you could use this as a daily. With no, I mean, it might be a bit dirty with the paper bags, but if you were willing to lob a bodge of HEPA Flow and keep a roll of masking tape around, you could quite happily use this day to day. There is, you couldn't tell this is probably getting on for 20 years old. But no longer. God, 1998, so we're 25 years old now. Crikey, oh blimey. So yes, thoroughly enjoyable month. In fact, I would almost say thoroughly boring month, because it's literally been taken out and used and put back away. It's, yeah, very boring indeed. What a rubbish vacuum cleaner to use, honestly. There's no interest in there at all. Well, that's just popped off. We'll leave you up there. Yeah, very boring. Yeah, there's no fun in that. Let's have some fun this month, because the vacuum cleaner that I'm going to be using for October is in this box. Now, you've seen the before, you've seen the after. I haven't got the refurb thread up yet though, because I am incredibly lazy. What is it? Well, oh, it's upside down. Rubbish. We are going to be using a Hoover. Yes, this box is just a protected outer shell to keep the inner box intact. Yes, we are going to be using... Oh God, I don't know where to put this now. What's that? Oh crikey, there's a piece of plastic broken off. We are going to be using this Hoover Freedom. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Let's just take it out of the box where it has been since I refurbished it all those years ago. This is for my fine Turbo Master that I had out at the same time and forgot to put it away. So that's why that's in there. Ooh, so yeah, this really hasn't changed since you saw it. It's just gone straight back in its box. The day I filmed the after video, it's been boxed up, and I thought, wow, what a thoroughly interesting vacuum to use. Since I've never used one before, apart from the brief few turns on I've done of this, and now it is superbly lovely, it would make a little bit of sense to use it. Not quite sure how that's going to work. There's no wheel underneath. Whether I need to put a felt furniture pad on there does remain to be seen slightly. Whilst we are here, I can in fact reunite it with the floor tool that it is supposed to have, that I got absolutely bloody ages ago and I've done nothing with. So again, it's dirty, it wasn't refurbished. I prefer this one simply because you can see the length of the pole means that tall lanky old one of me doesn't need to bend down so much. So I probably won't use this one. We'll use it in a minute, but I'll probably not going to bother. But that's the floor tool that it's supposed to have. Oh, I'll put its box out the way. I can't remember what the bag situation's like in it. Doesn't have one. So that was lucky we checked, wasn't it? Oh, would you look at that? It might... Oh, it's too loose. That hole's too big. Then the other thing we could try is a SIBO bag, but again, oh, that's far too big. Oh, that's mildly annoying. Because the HEPA flow would have just about worked, but the seal does go round, but it's so loose that I wouldn't feel comfortable with that at all. Even though this is no powerhouse, I wouldn't feel comfortable. So we are going to have to use the single layer paper bags, of which I have two. Now, actually, these don't really sit in either. What's going on? I haven't missed anything out. These just sit over the top as well with a massive gap. What's going on there? I mean, that's huge. Maybe we should persevere. Let me go get a new HEPA flow and we'll see what we can come up with. I have found a HEPA flow, and yeah, must have been all there was. I'm gonna be honest, I think a little bit of it is because that big thicker part does go on. I just don't like the idea of it as much as anything else. So I think we're going to give it a go and see what happens, because it'd be nice to have a fully HEPA flowed up machine. And the seal isn't too bad. In fact, what I think the best way to do is to get busy with the old tape again, really, and tape that to in there, and then that is probably going to be okay. Now, did I put the tape downstairs? I've got some parcel tape, and that'll do for this because it's internal and it isn't going to be too bad, and it's probably going to stick it on slightly better as well. So we shall budge up another machine. Today in Will It Hepperflow, a Hoover Freedom. Everything Hepperflow, you just got to try hard enough. I did get some genuine bags of this, as you saw in the, I think I mentioned it in the after video. I did buy some genuine bags, but they were for the earlier Freedom. This is the later one in terms of generational changes, and they changed all the bag fitment to go with the, what's on here, the new Freedom and the Paraglide and the Spirit. Highly annoying. Highly annoying indeed. You're not really helping me here, bag. Although again, that is on there quite well. This bottom bit is completely clipped into there. It's just this top bit that's not being fantastic. There's more tape will fix it. But yeah, I don't want to go all out and use gaffer tape or glue it on properly or anything, because I won't be able to get it back off again. And the whole idea of this is that it is not permanent. So the day that I want to sell it or put a genuine bag in is the day that it can all come back out again. So the aim of the game here is there's lots of tape. Not a very powerful vacuum cleaner this. In fact, being Hepperflow is probably going to help it out, because it's going to need all the help it can get to keep what little airflow it had originally in. I should be a very good boy and not open it until the end of the month. I'll pop the hose off and check it's not come off. I can't not do that, I'm afraid, but I should be able to get away. There we go, look. Looks flipping horrible, but that will just pull off. And there is now a nice seal around the edge. Oh look, it's all shiny, isn't it? I think we should give it a go, you know. Oh, it's not straight either, but that's not going to make the biggest difference in the world. So we'll pop you in there. And we'll give you some power. Oh, that's quite powerful. Still that flipping annoying grumbly bearing. It's got brand new bearings on it. I think it might just be what they do. So we'll fit the hose. We'll put the extension ones on. And we'll pop this other floor tool on, shall we? Just so I can say I've given it a go. I'm sorry, there is no contest. This just glides all over the place. That sticks itself down and it's very, very lovely. So we shall be doing this month with my favouriteest floor tool ever, the Contour Head. I do love this floor tool. Do love it indeed. So we have the beige brush, the beige upholstery tool with the Vol plug pip, and the ice white crevice tool, because that is all I have for it really. And oh, well, that's not going to stand up, is it? There we go. This month we shall be using the Hoover Freedom. What was it again? It was an S4174 for the month of October. and we'll see how I get on with that. And also, just on camera, spotless filter. I expect that to stay spotless unless the bag decides to pop off, in which case it will be very annoying indeed. That won't need to come back off again. And yeah, there we go. So, jobbed. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously I shall see you many times before, God, it'll be November then, wouldn't it? I know what I'm using in November as well, so I'm very excited about that, but I shall shut my face because it's a surprise for you, and we'll still need to tinker with that. So I even know what I'm going to be using for December, but this December wasn't ready yet, so I need to get my bumming gear on that and get that ready. But for now, I'm going to use a proper, actually no, some people will call it a proper Hoover, some people will call it modern plastic rubbish. It's a bit divisive this, because it's not one of the early nice ones, it is the proper last generation run out model, which obviously got cheapened massively into the one of those. Our Basiac's got one of those, and they're basically these in a different shell. But I like it, I'm happy with it, I hope you will be as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you very soon. Bye bye.